both SVQ and Inventus have in themselves become startups because they couldn't let founders have all the fun. And to share that with you, I am going to turn it over to Manu and Ricardo. Ricardo is our in-house data scientist, so I'm welcoming him and introducing him to all of you. And then I'm going to let Manu, who kind of put on his product hat, share with you how he and Ricardo work together to create some internal tools that we have that we're actually going to be opening up to everyone. But Manu, I will let you share your vision.
Thank you, Monsi. And everyone, as you noticed, our startups, the two things that came through very clearly was, their ability to sort of sell and raise, get revenue from customers. And as you know, if you can't bridge the gap between the expenses and revenue, you have to raise more capital from venture capitals like us. And so we're constantly being pulled into helping our founders find capital from new sources of VCs, and then also to helping them introduce to people we know so they can land them as customers. So we wanted to sort of fix those two problems and find solutions at scale, right? And as our networks grow, it's really hard to sort of find these things. So I wanted to sort of get Ricardo to show the first tool that we actually launched, which is our matchmaking to venture capitalists, and we have over 5,000 of them mapped globally. So Ricardo?
Yes, thank you, Manu. Hi, everyone. Let me share my screen real quick, and I can show you what we have been building. So this is what we have been calling the investor matchmaker. And the idea of this tool is to actually help all the startups to find, to help them during fundraising and find the next round. So the tool uses AI to actually collect information from the startup and match that to over 5,000 venture capital funds that we have in our database. I'll show you very quickly how it works. We basically can sign up here. We already sign up. We use LinkedIn for the sign up, and you start by filling out the company profile. I already filled out with a fake company here. You put the company name, the website, a short description, and then you go to the funding information. So you can select the funding stage, check size range you're looking for, the industry, location, and some contact information. This gives the AI enough information to actually match to those VC funds that could be the next round. So let me save this, and we can start. The next step is just starting the new matchmaking process. This usually takes a few hours because we have to go through over 5,000. But from the magic of pre-processing things, we have these results immediately. So we can just click here, and you would be notified by email, by the way, when you send this. It takes a few hours. And there you go. We have a rank list for the fake startup that we just selected. This goes through the top 100 or 200 matches and gives us a score based on some criteria. So you can go through the criteria to understand what each one is. It's pretty obvious, but you can also go and see the reasoning of the AI to give all of those scores. And it's ranking by the average of those scores. And what you can do right now, this is already very useful information because you already know now which fund you can contact, for example. But there's an additional functionality where you can actually pick and choose however many you want from this. And this creates a watch list. Oh, by the way, you can also download this Excel and have all the information in a single file. But when you create a watch list, you actually try to follow a few of those and keep an eye on that. And this is useful, and this is the real time saver. You can create automatic newsletter and send to all of those funds in your watch list updates about your company. So the way this works, again, we are using AI, and the basic idea is that you just drag and drop, say, a deck from a board meeting, for example. You select a template, what exactly you want to do, or you can create new templates. Let's just pick any template here, and you can click Generate Newsletter. When you click Generate Newsletter, it immediately starts a new agent that use the template and the information on the deck to actually create a personalized newsletter. I have one ready here. Again, it takes a few minutes to create that, and it looks something like that, right? And this is something that you can just copy, paste into your email, and send to whoever you want. You can actually get the emails from some of those investors here. If there are missing emails, you can actually fill them out here. It makes it very easy to send the newsletter anytime that you want. So this is the basic flow for the investor matchmaker. Over to Manu to
So, well, yeah, Ricardo, thank you for that. So as you can imagine, as we were solving this problem out, we decided to sort of openly make this available to anyone, to any founder that wants to sort of be able to use this product. And the other thing that we wanted to sort of spend more time building was the customer matchmaking, which, connecting you to the ideal customer profile. And that is a much harder problem. It takes a lot longer to be able to connect those pieces together. So Ricardo has been working pretty diligently trying to work with our founders. So our founders have become sort of our design partners to be able to perfect this out. And a lot of you got introductions today to come to this event based on the introductions and the matchmaking that Ricardo's AI engine has been able to do. And to actually to do this more at scale, we need more contact databases from LinkedIn to be able to do this at scale. So we have a couple dozen at the moment, but to be able to do this very effectively and help across the board, we need a few hundred to sort of get to all Fortune 5,000 and beyond. So if you can help the founders more at scale so they can only reach to you as and when needed, and so you don't have to worry about sort of going through your LinkedIn profile every single time. But there will be a double blind, so you will always have the right to refuse to make introductions. The data will always be yours, and we've taken a lot of pains to make sure that the veracity of this information is protected. So we'll have a link in the chat message as we finish this. So please take a few seconds to be able to go through and get this done. I appreciate it.